Hello, my name is Kimberly Kingsley, and I'm very excited to be talking to this community of high vibrational beings. Today I'm going to talk about the art of containment. And when I say containment, I just mean the ability to contain your spiritual energy long enough for it to take you to the next level. We all know why this is important. Life's desire for us is enlightenment. It's totally natural. And we could really break enlightenment down into three major phases. The first one is receiving your spiritual energy. The second is containing. And the third is expressing. And life inherently wants to express itself, extend itself, continue itself. That's its function. It's procreation in favor of extending itself. And so us allowing that process in its fullest form is how we become enlightened and how we serve life the best. So receiving, this community knows the importance of receiving. You know, we all know that it's important to plug into our spiritual source and charge every day, whether it's through meditation or solitude or walking in nature or whatever it is. There are so many ways to do it. But we know that in order to really be the highest version of ourselves, that we need to do that as a daily practice. Skipping over containment for a moment, the expressing stage of enlightenment is very natural for us. I'm sure you've experienced when you feel full of life, when you feel full of your own spirit, it naturally bubbles over. You naturally want to be more loving to the people around you. You naturally get creative ideas and want to pursue your dreams and work on your passions. This is life moving through you and expressing into the world through your own brilliant archetype, your own brilliant form. So we'll leave those two pieces alone for a minute and go back to containment, which is where a lot of us get stuck. And why is this? Let's think about what happens when we contain our own spiritual energy. What's really happening is sort of like the dark night of the soul. Only most of us have many dark nights of the soul experiences. Most of us have many, many times where we don't feel ourselves yet, where we get stuck, where we don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, where we're in the midst of some kind of darkness and just want out. And that is life, spiritual energy burning through our blocks. And it can only do that when we contain it. But it doesn't really feel that great. You know, it feels, a lot of times we'll feel just some mild discomfort, like boredom or irritability or restlessness. And sometimes it's really acute or strong, and we feel fear or terror or desperation or tension that's just unmanageable. And so think about what do you do in those moments where you're feeling off, where you're feeling restless? Most of us, it's human nature to figure out a way to get some relief. And the way we get relief is to release some of that energy. So that's what happens. I call these avoidance strategies. What we do to release our energy prematurely before it's had an opportunity to raise our vibration. And think about what your avoidance strategy might be when you're feeling off. I mean, some of the common ones are overconsumption of anything. It could be food, it could be booze, it could be shopping. So just, kind of trying to stuff it, okay? A lot of us numb out, maybe sit in front of the TV, distract ourselves with computer, that kind of thing. We overdo, so over-socialize, overgive, overwork to distract ourselves from whatever tension we're feeling. So these are just some of the things that we do. And so what this does, it's unconscious self-sabotage, because what it does is release some energy so that we feel better temporarily, but it undermines our natural enlightenment process. So what I would like to invite you to do is to think about what is your avoidance strategy or strategies. A lot of us have more than one. What is it that you do when you're feeling the burn of your spirit transforming, transmuting your blocks? How do you get relief? Or are you able to just sit with it for a little bit? There are some healthy distractions. There are some healthy ways to make this process more bearable. Exercise is a great way to facilitate our own processing, our own refinement. Doing something practical, cleaning the house, doing practical work that you don't need a lot of creative energy for. These are all things that can just help you just bide your time as your spirit is doing its work of transforming you on the inside. So I know that this community, we're all just evolving so rapidly, and there's so much energy coming onto our planet. And this is the time. This is the time for us to harness that energy, allow it to take us into the most enlightened, bright version of ourselves so that we can really be the Phoenix rising. I just happen to be talking from Phoenix, Arizona today, specifically Scottsdale, Arizona, where I live. And it's such a beautiful metaphor of the bird rising from the ashes of its own death. And that's what we do. Something inside of us has to die. The old, the outworn, the parts of us that no longer serve our spirit have to continuously die in order for us to ascend and raise our vibration. So enjoy this year, enjoy the power that's here, and commit to transforming your own avoidance strategies. You don't have to know how you do it. You just commit to it, and then it'll come to you. So God bless, and have a great year.